हम मेरे फादर कोल इंडिया में काम करते थे, तो अब रिटायर हो गए। कोल इंडिया जनरली काफ़ी रिमोट एरियाज़ में होती है, तो वहाँ उस तरह का एक्सपोज़र नहीं था। लेकिन आईआईटी में जाने के बाद हाँ, दोस्तों से पता चलता गया कि ये यूपीएससी भी है और ये एग्ज़ाम भी है। The best thing is that there was no pressure from the family to choose a particular this thing. In MP and North India, it's collector is my baap sarkar of the common man. So everybody wanted that should go for IAS, but somehow this for a young man, uniform, having gun and horses and those things. So at that age you can take any risk, you know. So thought of exploring this IPS thing, and now I realize that it was a good decision. In the hindsight, I can say that thing. When I had joined IIT Kharagpur, that time the engineering or technology, those were used to a dream of a kid, that sort of thing. Afterwards, I joined a private job. There I realized that the scope, the things which we are doing in a private job as an engineer, they are very limited, pertaining to a particular product which is being developed. Then I thought that let's explore new avenues, and UPSC was one thing which that time came to the mind, and I'm happy that this thing had happened in my life. After doing 17 years the same thing, it's very difficult to imagine yourself in any other thing. We unfortunately it's very difficult for me to think now. Although 17 years back I would have loved to join some research organization and be a scientist, or even teaching in some good college also was a profession which I would have loved to do. But after doing 17 years same thing, I think that it's in the blood now, and now can't think of anything else. For us police officers, explaining the job to kids till they are 15 years old, no need. They are so they think that this is such a beautiful job, watching movies, serials, etc. After 15 years they start realizing that father is going to office and giving just doing file work, etc. But so my kids are they look forward to listen the stories, what had happened in the office, or if they read that ATS had caught this particular terrorist or criminal, then they see the clips in the news channels, read the articles. They are very happy about it. I don't know what will happen once they will grow up, but as of now they are very thrilled with the profession their father is in. Yes, there were many. There were failures also, but many successes also. After solving so many cases, some failures do hurt you. For example, a girl, 11-year-old girl went missing from Ahmedabad. Her name was Vishwa. So still till now we feel very sad from our heart that we're not able to trace her. We in Crime Branch and ATS, we consider ourselves to be specialized units. And like doctors, that when the normal hospitals are not able to treat, patient do come to super specialty. So we consider that our job is to detect the cases which are not being detected in normal routine or normal course. So this Viswa case, it had that girl we could not find, that still hurts us. But many successes are there, so feel proud about those things. 99.9% of the work in these cases had been done by the colleagues or subordinates or other officers or constables who bring a very important clue. And in our cases, a single clue is important. It may be Kamlesh Tiwari, it may be serial killer, it may be Ahmedabad serial blast. Some constable or sub-inspector would have brought the important clue, and from there onwards everything is built up. So our work is like a teamwork where everybody has to contribute to the best of their capacity. You will get some very good officers, you will get some officers who have average IQ or below normal IQ, but everybody has his own utility. And
to identify that.
Yes, as a supervisory officer, our job is not to push them to do their work, rather it is to motivate them to use their whatever capability they do have to its full potential. Some of the cases you start thinking that where the society is going.
Yeah.
For example, cases where which involve children, women, extreme cruelty. But in long term, I am realizing that especially this state Gujarat, peace-loving state, crime is pretty minimal, and it is reducing further. So all credit to Gujaratis that they have been able to create a spectrum or things in the society where a lady can go with all the security in the night, in the during Navratri, etc., and her parents are not worried. So, as police officer, I should say that this society is a bit different from others in terms of respecting the weaker section, the children, the women of Gujarat, in fact. Our job is that 15 minutes of glory, that's all. And so I'm just, and you are worried about things which you do something which, in our profession, a single mistake can be blot for whole life. And so you are always worried about that thing कि ऐसा कुछ ना हो जाए, custodial deaths and wrong case. You take a lot of decision in the heat of the moment. सामने वाले ने बंदूक निकाली, आपके पास टाइम नहीं है, you will not discuss with anybody, you are going to take a decision then and there only. So a wrong decision at any point of time. Let us suppose that the person was taking out his wallet and you thought that he is taking out a gun and you had shot him. So as a human being, you know that it's a wrong decision on your part. The second thing, I am always worried. Team always go to operation to distant places, and any person getting injured or any casualty from the team, you will always feel the guilt of sending him to that operation. So that those things always worry, but by God's grace till now God had been kind to me to not let anything happen. 6 years I was DCP crime. Those 6 years were completely, everything has been deleted from life other than profession. So these days I'm taking my kid also to play with me. So reigniting those old passions or interest or hobbies now, in fact, especially badminton, squash, those type of racket games which suits my age, in fact, now. Can't play football and cricket at this age, so those games. Many of them are so realistic, so true to the things which are happening in our profession or society as a whole, that you just appreciate the amount of research work which must have been done by director. Although there are very slip-sorted type of works also being done, but many of the things which are coming in OTT or movie these days, they are so well researched that you get inspired by the hard work done by the directors and writers. Patal Lok is so realistic that you start worrying that how can they project it so well. I am not talking about the complete narrative which had been given in that series, but if you see the layers of the characters of police officers and their subordinates, then a lot of that part may be true also. And is it true? Many of those things are true also.